Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 with our realistic series. This is one of these trailers where it doesn't actually pick up the pallet itself, it picks up the item, it stores it in the trailer, and then it will unload it into pallets out the other end. I don't actually like this type of trailer. Bit disappointed that that is what we've got. We've got the auto load. Oh, it is auto load. This auto load is weird. Doesn't actually seem to be auto loading very well. There we go. Now it's working. So there should be a few more pallets that'll spawn. There we go. Right. That's everything spawned. This is how this one works. It just loads it up like this and then doesn't do anything else, which I don't actually like. So I'm going to take this, we're going to go back to the dealership first, we're going to unload this one at the dealership, then we're going to get the other curtain sider, which is the one I probably should have gotten in the first place. I was a little bit disappointed with this, because I do like the Giants artwork that we've got. The Farming Simulator Giants artwork here, with the whole... yeah, the Farming Simulator League and everything on the side. I do think that this one actually looks pretty good. So it's a little bit of a shame that it's the type of auto load that I don't like, but it's just going to be too inconvenient for us. I will be honest, probably a big curtain sider is not the best option for us. Although the curtain sider is going to be useful for hauling stuff around the map, because we'll probably have some long distances to travel. But at the same time, we're also going to want a slightly smaller trailer to be able to pick up the goods at, like, the greenhouses and places like that. So we may end up having to get 2 trailers for handling our pallets, just to make life easier for us. So let's go whizzing up through here. And it's the first right at the roundabout. There we go. And then I can follow this one back down through. So once we get to the dealership, we'll go... I will get the other curtain sider trailer for now. And we will use that one for transporting around the map. I like the idea of having a curtain sider. I think that's going to be quite a good thing to have this time. Rather than just a bare flatbed trailer. And then we can always get a small trailer to use with the tractors a bit later on. Now, is the car... Why are you stopping all the way back here? Is that because of the people, or is it because of the traffic? Oh, no, it is the people. Well, it's kind of cool that the people did actually stop the car, although it's not kind of cool that that fella there is wandering across the middle of the road. There is a lot of zebra crossings on these roads right here. There is a lot of crossings. That could get really, really irritating. Alright, let's come in here. What time does this one close? I think it's 9 o'clock, isn't it? I think it's 9 till 9, I think this one is open. So, we bring you in here like this. And then turn on auto unload is just I. I'm going to remove the curtain sides a minute so that we can have a look. And then I press I like that. Not enough space to unload. I just don't like this trailer. It's just cumbersome, a nuisance. The unloading sequence is a bit of a jolly nuisance as well. I'm not a fan of this trailer at all. And I've used... There is another similar one that I have used in the past. It's a van type one. And I actually used that one on the Rizu Forest. Right, let's bring you back to there. And then I need to actually interact with the sign in order to get the better price. So we go to you. 27,000. This has cost me 4,000 euros for the privilege of doing this, you realise. Right, sell that one. Just so that we could try that one out. It was 4 grand it's going to end up costing us. Well, it has cost us. It cost us 4,000 euros to do that. Let's go and get the actual one that I want now. So it's going to be this one. This one loads properly. So we got a auto load bale loading on or off. That's your 2 options. And this, you can choose what you want to load in here. So design is, again, the Giants one. And we'll go with the Giants one. And this time, I'm still going to spend a bit of money on this. So chassis color can stay as it is. And I'll spend 500 on there. So I'll buy that bad boy. Okay. And then I'm probably, in order to be able to do some pallet handling around the greenhouses and stuff, I'm probably going to need to go and get this trailer up here. That one, which is 9,000. But we'll deal with that a bit later on. Okay, now let's go over to you. And we will carefully try and back in onto this one. So I should still be able to open the side, the curtain side with Z. So I can load that one onto there. I believe Z does still open it up. And now R is the enable auto load. Left shift Z changes the product that we're picking up. That's much better. It changes the product that we're picking up. We can put bales. Actually, I think we can put bales in here. I'm not sure. Oop, no. Control Z. Shift Z. Liquid tanks, big bag pallets, big bags. Euro pallet overloaded cotton. It does, yes. We can put bales in here as well. We can put small square. 205 small square bales can go in there. 30 big bales. Euro pallets double length. This is the new stuff from the Platinum DLC. Doghouse, metal pallets, and then we're back to Euro pallets over there. Right, okay, let's start loading this one up. And this one loads exactly the same way as the one we used in the Rizu Forest. The only difference is that the one in Rizu Forest didn't have the curtain sides. And I can close that one up. So where do I need to go to sell these pallets? That's going to be the next thing. Pallets, planks. Distribution center there is 1,400 euros. So I need to find the distribution center. Where is that? Is that... Oh, wait. Is that this one up here? Distribution center is right there. The plain distribution center. Which is actually pretty close to where we are. So we just got to go up to the other end of town. And we should be able to... Let's not smash into that cultivator right there. That's not going to do us or the cultivator very much good at all. Go through here. They seem to be having a bit of a standoff here. I'm pretty sure that they're saying mean things to each other. And basically trying to start... We're not going to get involved with their fights. We're not going to get involved with that at all. I tell you what, these people all wandering around in single file, it kind of looks a little bit spooky. It's almost like they're possessed by something. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, and I'm honestly not sure that I want to know what's going on there. That site in there would actually be pretty good to buy to go and place down, like, the pallet thing. I'm kind of thinking the pallet thing should go at the sawmill that we've got at the moment, the one that we've already gone and bought. Now, where is this distributor? Distribution center, that's that one. So that's that one right there in front of us. Well, not in front of us, beside us. We're going to go hit. There we go. Centro de Distribuciones. Distribuciones or distribuciones? I have absolutely no idea. I'm just assuming that it's the center for distribution. So, you should never make assumptions. You should never make assumptions, ever. There's reasons for that. And let me go up here. Assumption makes an ass out of you and me. So, if you don't want to be a donkey, don't make assumptions. Let's go through here. And that's just auto-unloading anyway. Which is excellent. But we get 14,000 euros from that. Now, this machine, this trailer, this one cost us... Oop. Now, this is what I don't like about the auto-closing gates mods, is sometimes they don't quite work properly. Like, I can't quite get close enough to those gates to make them operate correctly, so... And it appears that I can't open them manually either. Oh, that's just great. I'm stuck in here forever now. This is going to be a real nuisance. Right. To get close enough for these gates to open, I've got to get within range of There's no possible way to do this, is there? Go closer. Closer. I don't want to have to reset the lorry every time I come in here. See? Look how close I'm having to get. And then it does that. Serious? Alright, what can we do? Is this... Is there an interact button? Right. Let's see if there's any kind of interact button here. Okay, well, I can climb over the gate like that. I can't open and close these gates. And I also can't open this gate from the inside because... yeah. Alright, so apparently I can get in here and I can sell things, but I've got absolutely no way of getting out. So unfortunately, that does mean that every time I come in and sell something at that spot, I will then need to reset the vehicle to the shop. Now, that's not a terrible thing because it's only a little short jaunt away. So it's not like we're teleporting us all the way across the map. Just hoping that there aren't very many others that do the same thing, because there's no possible way for me to open that unless I get like a small vehicle and I park it outside the gates in order to be doing the opening of gates, which I don't want to do. I don't want to do that. I want to keep my gameplay kind of realistic if I can. Now, the other thing that I wanted to do is going to go to production. And it's this one. I need a pallet factory. Now, I'm not going to put it down in here. If I go and have a look up at the farm, would be my first port of call. I haven't really got anywhere on the farm that we've got enough space to be able to put this down and then work around the building. Unless I go out into one of the fields again. I've already used up part of the field putting these greenhouses down, so I don't want to do that any further. The other piece of land that we've got is the sawmill. So if we follow the road along the direction that we went previously, which is all the way up over here, underneath that bridge, and we go into here. So we've got the sawmill right here. Now there's that building there. I don't know what that building does. I think that that is actually something to do. So I've got this bit here, rename and back. I can't do anything else with it. I can't sell it. There's no demolish button on here. I can't get rid of that at all. Is there room here, somehow, some way, to put down this pallet production facility without spoiling anything out? It does kind of spoil the appearance of this, I must admit. I don't like this very much. Where does stuff come in? Ah, right, okay. So we've got the kind of the control bit is the bit down the side here. So I could bring that right up here. It does spoil the look of this a bit. But there's 25,000 that I can spend and drop it down there close to where our trees are. The other option, of course, is if we go in here and we go to farmland, there's plot 111 in there, and that's the one that I was looking at, literally, as we drove past. You can see on the mini-map there's things in here, but there wasn't when we drove past. That was all empty, and I suspect that's the same with a few of these other little plots here. This is, that one over there is 20,000. Ooh, that's a lot cheaper. That one's only 20 grand. That's a lot cheaper than the town one. This will be perfect. This little one over here, we'll drop it here rather than in town. I know it's a little bit further away, but I think that's actually going to be fine. So if we go like this, it's not over there. It's here on this corner. Yeah, it's that one. It's that one right there. Go to farmland, plot 103. I'll buy that one for 20,700, and then if I go into here, go to production, and I go to this one. This is the pallets one. I can take this for a little bit of a spin along here, and right there. So, which way round do we put it? This is where it will We can put it at any angle we want. I'm going to just change the angle ever so slightly, and I'm going to put it there. I'm actually going to move it back over this way slightly, and I'm going to drop it there. So I do have a bit of room to put something small over this side, should I want to. But at the moment, I've got room for like going in there and turning round, which is quite important, because we need to now get some timber over to our new pallet factory. So I've got this one. There is another bit of something magical that I want to get, and forestry equipment. Now, if we were just moving things down by the sawmill, we would be able to just use one of these and drag the bits of timber down the hill and just be done with it. I don't want to do that. These here, they're not auto-load. There is one thing that is auto-load in the Platinum expansion. I'm not quite sure how you go and use them. It's here. It's a container. Shipping containers can be filled with logs and sold as a whole. I don't think you can use it to transport timber to go somewhere else. And also, I'm not sure how you even go about using them and where you put them. So it's a 40-foot. I think you can only use these in conjunction with trains, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So I don't really know how the whole shipping container thing works, as I've not looked into it in the slightest. Whether it's a thing with trailers. So if we scroll up through here, there's nothing there in the Platinum. And forestry equipment doesn't have anything either. So I'm really not sure about that. Anyway, those bits don't matter. What I'm after is an auto-load log trailer. This is the smallest one. It is 12 meters long. We've got configuration standard, or we have a trailer hitch on the back should we want one. So I'm going to add that one in just in case. And that gives us a total price of $39,500. So I'm going to buy that one. That leaves us with just 26,000 euros, which is not a lot of money. I'm first of all going to go and take this container lorry back up to the top. Then we're going to hitch on our auto-load logging trailer. The thing with the auto-load trailer is that in order to be able to auto-load any logs, I will actually have to trim back the branches so that I can load up and take them. And again, that is a disadvantage with the site that I've chosen to put our new pallet factory. I suspect that the pallet factory, if we had put it over at the sawmill in that cramped spot, we could just drag whole trees over and we wouldn't need to worry about it. But I don't really want to spend the whole time doing that because it does feel a little bit cheaty, so I kind of wanted to play fair. I think it would sort of be the right description of what I wanted to do. So I'm going to bring you up here. I'm going to back that one into the shed right here. It's always a little bit tricky to reverse these when you've got a steep slope, because it chops and changes which axle it's rotating on. And so when you've got your pivot point on one of those three axles, but you don't quite know which one, it does make it a bit more of a challenge to do your reversing. Because if the pivot point suddenly changes halfway through your maneuver, your turn of your wheels, like it's a bit more of a gamble. Like obviously you can still see what you're doing, but it just makes it a little bit more tricky to do that little spot of reversing that you're trying to do. I'm going to whiz back over. No, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I kind of wanted to put a little bit of timber into the pallet factory, but by the time we get over to the sawmill and then get a few logs cut down and so on and so forth, it's going to be getting quite late. So I'm thinking that we will park that one up there for now. The other machinery can stay where it is, and we're going to call it a day. I'm just going to double check the chickens have got food. These are the only ones that we actually need. Yeah, they got plenty of food. They're fine. Right, so let's go and get some sleep, and then we can start another day. We've got some cultivating to go and do in one of the fields, and that's about it that we'll be doing for the winter. I forgot we're on 2 days per month. We're on 1939 here. The eggs, we have got 736 eggs in there. So we don't need to worry about anything to do with the chickens. we can jump down here. We're not going to be able to get out for a moment because the doors don't open until 9 o'clock. So I think what I will do is this is the big tractor. We'll get the big tractor and we'll head on down to the shop with this one so that we can get that cultivator. And then we can drag that one back and we'll get started on doing the cultivating. And something I would like you to say in the comment section, do you think that we should stick with 2 days per month, or do you think I should speed up and have a single day per month so that we're getting through the seasons a little bit faster? I mean, I don't have a huge amount of jobs to go and do, and definitely, like today, all I want to do, really, is I want to get started on doing making some pallets. There isn't anything else that I need to worry about. This cultivating job can take the whole of the winter if needs be. So that one's not going to be any kind of a problem for us. These people keep standing right in the gateway here. I don't know why they're doing that. So I am fast forwarding time quite aggressively there. Let's slow that down a little bit. And that way we can head over to the sawmill, get some trees cut, and we'll be able to do a bit of work in there. Before I do that, obviously, I'm going to take this one on up the hill. So why are you standing right in the middle? That's just daft. Right, seriously, that's just daft. You don't need to be standing there in the middle. There is no need for that at all. Let's whiz you up this way. We'll go on down around to the field that needs cultivating. The other fields I don't think need cultivating because I think the chickpeas and the lentils are both standard seed drill crops. So they don't actually need need a planter, and a planter doesn't direct drill. There are a couple of planter mods that direct drill, I think, but for the most part, planters don't direct drill. You have to do it this way. You have to cultivate first. So we'll just bring you in here. And once this one has unfolded, which it does so very slowly. A little bit more. Yeah. Gently lower that one down. And off we go with our cultivating. Excellent. So I need to get a couple of passes around the outside edge of this field so that the hired help will be able to carry on, because if I don't, he's probably just going to get stuck up against a fence, which is the usual kind of nonsense that they like to play around with. Although I'm thinking I might actually try it. I'm going to let the hired help do whatever the hired help wants to do, just purely so that I can see if the hired help is actually capable of doing anything at all, or if it is genuinely as useless as I think it is. I'm thinking it's probably going to be as useless as I think it is. There, right. We have set the hired help on its path to glory. And the fact that there's a fence there, I do wonder, because it's the front weight. They do quite often drive up against the fence with the front weight. It's like they don't recognize the front weight is even there. I'm not sure. Now, what are you going to do? You're going to, yes, you are going to reverse, and you do seem to recognize which way to reverse. That's a good start. You see them with a trailed sprayer trying to reverse them, and they just completely turn in the wrong direction and mess everything up. Although I haven't actually tried a trailed sprayer in FS22. They used to in FS19. I know that much. FS19 was absolutely terrible. So far, it seems to be okay. The test will come when he gets back to the other... when she gets back to the other end of the field. That's when the real test will happen. Is this particular hired help going to be able to do it, or am I going to have to just manually at least run along the fence line? Because I have previously, many times, had to just do a quick run along a fence line so that they can cope with it. So you're going to come up here, and they get there, and they do that. And they keep doing that. EI worker A is blocked by an object, or possibly AI worker E is blocked by an object. It could be either. So, AI worker E has now been fired, and she's gone home in disgrace. never ever to work in this valley ever again. And what I'm going to do in the meantime is I'm going to drive once along the edge of the field this way, and then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to drive once back again, and that will take us far enough away from the fence that the hired help won't get any confusion. And I do realise that I've fired someone for doing this wrong, and now I am doing the job manually myself so that the next person doesn't get it wrong. And yeah, that does seem kind of messed up, but well, that's just how it is. I only went up to the road up there because the lane, the rest of that track across there, the tractor should be fine with turning round. But there was trees and the buildings over there, which I thought was probably going to cause more confusion, and I don't really want to cause excessive confusion if I can help it. So if I drag this one back over here, and then I can set the hired help going probably from that side, just for this turn, and then I can see if they will actually do the turnaround properly like they're supposed to do. Let's just... Ooh. I really didn't mean to do that. I don't like driving in cab. I don't like, because you can do in cab driving. It does work. And there, see, I'm in cab, and just everything is nice, but it just doesn't feel realistic to me. Like, because you're so far back, like here. I don't have depth of vision when I'm looking around, and also because I've had to reduce my settings a little bit to stop the incessant flickering with the frame rates, because I'm on a 4K screen. We don't have all the mirrors working either. You only get like 2 mirrors, I think, now. Well, that's what I've got it set to anyway. I mean, obviously that's personal choice. I could change that up, but then I'll have the flickering come back. I could play on not 4K, but that would reduce the video quality. So you see my conundrums that I have to face on a regular basis. Anyway, I just don't like playing in cab. I like out of cab because I get to look at the vehicles that we're using as well. Like, I've got this really wonderful tractor that we're using. Why do I want to be doing this? I can see the cab, but I don't get to see any of the rest of it. Whereas here, I get to admire the whole thing, and it does actually look pretty good. Like, this is a really nice tractor. Look at this thing. It's black, sleek, shiny. It's got the chrome on the fronts. This thing is a beast. This thing looks awesome. Why would we not want to bask in its glory? So it's going to go on up that way, and maybe the hired help is going to get a little bit confused about how it should do things. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.